What's up, guys? This is Chronic Rush HD, and welcome to the video where I'm going to be talking about the team of the season gold most consistent players who have not got an inform card. Guys, if you've missed my silver and bronze players, most consistent players who have not got an inform card, go and check the description. I've got that in there if you want to have a check out the players. These are the players that are supposedly to come out tomorrow, the 8th of May, as team of the season. The first two squads that are going to be coming out. If you're new to FIFA, every near the end of the season, EA release 18 seasons, I believe, and split it up into different categories. And these are the first two categories to be shown, which is going to be on the 8th of May, 8th of May, 2013, and Wednesday. I'm going to go through the whole date, but we got the team on the screen here, and as you can say, and I said this before, these are the players that are apparently supposed to be coming out. And before I start off, I haven't actually changed, or no one knows the actual stats of the players shown here. These are just their original ones and not being upgraded whatsoever. So don't take the account on the stats and say they haven't been upgraded and stuff like that. But let's get into the players. So this is the starting 11, the kind of best players who got the highest ratings. And we're going to start off with the goalkeeper, and that is Arthur Moraes. He plays in the Liga Portuguesa for Benfica. He's originally an 82 rated keeper and goes up to 86. He's been absolutely amazing performance for Benfica, and they've had quite a large run of undefeated games. He's helped them. His team are most likely to become the champions of the Liga Portuguesa, and also are in the Cup final and also in the Europa League final, and he's been a very, very big part of that. Moving on to the right back, we have Sasha Lifa. He was named the Fulham's Player of the Year in his debut season. They brought him in last season, and he's played really, really well actually this season. One of those players that doesn't really stand out in terms of performance and stuff like that, but is always there, does nothing wrong, scores some goals, gets some assists and stuff like that. And he's played very, very well, and goes from 75 to 81, and maybe probably a fairly decent right back. His pace, I'm not sure if it goes up. If it goes up to about 80, he would be absolutely amazing. So let's move on to the centre backs. The first player is going to be Nkulu. He plays for Marseille in the French league. Cameroonian centre back, and he's had an upgrade in January from 78 to 80, and his team of the season card is going to go to 84, and he's helped Marseille to get one of the top positions with more than 15 clean sheets. Absolutely phenomenal. He scored some goals as well, and Marseille have a possibility of actually winning the title if PSG absolutely F it up. But they are still has a possibility of winning the French league, and he's played a big part in where they have been placed. Moving on to the second centre back, we have Phil Jagielka, the Evertonian centre-back English player. He's currently is a 79 rated player by standard, but goes up to 83. He has had an impressive 70% of his duels and tackles won, with only 11 fouls conceded in the whole game. Overall, an absolutely amazing defensive performance by him, and he's played really, really well. And Everton seem to be doing a fairly decent job in the BPL as well, coming in about maybe 6th or maybe a bit higher. Moving on to the final final defender, we have Baschetti, plays in the Russian league, plays for Spartak Moscow, and then had a spell at Rubin Kazan. I'm not sure, I think he plays for Rubin Kazan at the moment, but he's normally a 78 rated player, goes up to 83, and this guy has had an absolutely fantastic season, scored some goals, got some clean sheets, and just been really, really solid at the back. Moving on to the midfield, we've got three Spaniards here, and the first player is going to be the player plays in the Serie A for Fiorentina. That is Borja Barello. He normally an 80 rated player, goes up to 84, and he has had a brilliant debut season. Loads of assists and been a key for Fiorentina's push to play in Europe. They've actually come quite high in this Serie A, I believe. I can have a quick look at it here. It's just going to pop up, and where are they? They are 4th, so they have a chance of getting Champions League football, and I think they get Roma are close behind. They've got 3 games left, I believe, and he's played quite well this season. Moving on to the second midfielder, we have Javi Martinez, and he's the CDM, plays in the Bundesliga for Bayern Munich, and he is the highest rated player of the team of the season of this team of the season squad, and he's scored several goals and several assists, got several assists as well, and he's also plays as a CDM mainly, so he's got some clean sheets. And Bayern Munich have won the German title a long time ago, and he's been a part of that success. Very, very well played to him. Moving on to the final centre mid, we have Mikel Arteta, another Barclays Premier League player. Plays for Arsenal. He's normally an 81 rated player, goes up to 85, and his season, he's been great winning back possession. Arsenal pass it around and suits perfectly in that kind of style. He's very good at passing ball around, getting the attacks going, building the play up, getting the ball, passing it around, and just overall getting the kind of I wouldn't say motivating, but just getting Arsenal playing like they should be. And he's been he may actually be the result of them getting some Champions League football. They're on the verge, and he scored some goals that are needed and stuff like that. Moving on to the final players of the team, the attackers, and then we'll go on to the substitutes and reserves. And the first player we have is Carlos Vela. He plays in the Liga BVA for Real Sociedad. He again had a January upgrade from 77 to 79 and now goes to 84. And he has almost had 1 goal or 1 assist per match in his team's amazing performance. And they're trying to achieve the final Champions League place up for grabs in the Liga BVA. I can have a look to see where they are currently placed and see how well they've done. They are in 4th, and they've got Valencia right behind them, so they could get Champions League football, and this guy has been the man, scoring all the goals for them and getting some assists. And he's not the only player, he's not an individual team, there's no iron team, but he's played very, very well this season. Moving on to the left wing, or a player we got in Cam, and that is Alessandro Di Matti. He plays for Bologna in the Serie A. He is normally 80 rated and goes up to 84. And if you look at some of his stats, he's got some pretty nice stats. Let me get them up there for you there. His pace is probably a bit slow, but as you can see there, 380s, and he's not in the upgraded form. Going upgraded, I've got no idea what his stats are going to be like, but they could be pretty decent. He was named man of the match 4 times and has made some great performances for his team throughout the season. And moving on to the final player of this team, we have Landon Donovan in the MLS, plays for Los Angeles Galaxy. He's normally an 82, goes up to an 85, and he has led LA Galaxy to a second successful title and was named in the best starting 11 for the record 6th time. 6 times in the starting 11. Fantastic for him. This is the MLS starting 11, guys, not like the world starting 11, but he's had some good performances, played really, really well, and just helped LA Galaxy in achieving the title. So moving on to the final players, the substitutes of this team. We have in goal, we have Mignolet, the Sunderland keeper, Belgium, and 82 rated player. And I believe he has I thought he has a chance of being in the starting 11. But he plays for Barclays Premier League. He's currently 76 rated, goes up to 82, and he has been so important in Sunderland's relegation fight with more than 200 saves, some clean sheets, and it's just been absolutely phenomenal. And he's a fairly young keeper as well, so no idea what he's going to be like in the future. Moving on to the first defender, we have Mangala, the Liga Portuguesa centre-back, plays for FC Porto, and he's one of my favourite players in this FIFA. 77 rated, normally goes up to 82, and he's been consistently great at the back with less than 15 goals conceded for Porto, and I think that's probably one of the highest in their league, and it's just been absolutely fantastic for them. Scored some goals, and got clean sheets, and just been fantastic at the back. Very, very solid defender. Moving on to the second defender, we have Natasic, the Serbian player, plays in centre-back for Manchester City. Normally a 75 rated player, goes up to 82, and he's having a great debut season in the Barclays Premier League. And I think Company had an injury spell, and they brought Natasic in, and he just filled the role really, really well, being a key part in one of the best defences in the league, should we say. Moving on to the third centre-back, sorry. Well, this whole defence is centre-backs. We have Maurice Ander, plays in the Eredivisie for Ajax. He normally 76 rated, goes up to 81. And he's been important in one of the best defences of the league, hence the reason where they are placed. And he's scored some goals, got some assists, and has got some clean sheets, and has helped significantly in Ajax getting the title. Moving on to the final defender, we have Rever, plays in the Liga do Brasil for Atlético Mineiro. He's normally a 79 rated player, goes up to 83, so the highest centre-back in the subs. And he's played 46 matches, scored 11 goals, made 2 assists, including an incredible hat-trick. Joined second best defence in the league and helped them finish second in I think it was like the Brazilian equivalent to the league or something. I'm not quite sure how Brazilians do it because they've got like a short league and then another league and then loads of different leagues. But he's been absolutely fantastic for Atlético Mineiro and a hat-trick for a centre-back. That's pretty impressive. Moving on to the midfielders, the first player we're going to have is the West Bromwich CDM, and that is Jakub. Plays for Argentina, normally a 77 rated player, goes up to 82. He has had great, he's been great in possession, important for West Brom's defence. He's very good tackler, clearances and blocks, and helped them. They've been pretty decent, but they're kind of falling short when it comes to the end of the season, West Brom. But he's had a very decent season in terms of keeping the defence fairly solid. Moving on to the second centre mid, we have a player plays in the French league, and that is Maxime Gonalons, and he plays for Lyon. And he's normally a 77 rated player, goes up to 82, and he's been a key part of Lyon's team. I believe they are going to finish third, maybe, and they haven't had the best season like they do normally. They've sold some of their key players, shall I say. And they haven't had that good. They've third actually, and they probably still have a chance of getting Champions League football. And he's been a good, solid role in their CDM position. Moving on to the final centre mid, we have Inan. Plays in Turkish league for Galatasaray. Goes from 79 to 83, and he's named Footballer of the Year for Galatasaray. And he's been absolutely outstanding. He scored loads of goals, got loads of assists, and just been absolutely perfect in the centre mid spot. And I think he deserves an informed card. Moving on to the attack force of the substitutes. And the first player we have is on the left mid, and that is, what's it called? Gonzalo Castro. No, sorry. All right. We have Ruben Castro from the Real Betis in the Liga BVA. And he goes from 76 to 82. And he scored 20 goals and some assists, and helping Betis in their challenge for European football. He's been really good, and I thought this guy had got an inform, I swear, because I'm doing my team of the week predictions, yeah, and I've predicted him like maybe twice, I'm not quite sure, but he's had great performances. He just hasn't had any inform card. He's just been consistent, so I think this is a chance to get a fairly decent card, and he's got some fairly decent stats on him already, and if that goes up, he's going to be an amazing player. Moving on to the right wing, we have Jermaine Lens from the Eredivisie for PSV. He got a January upgrade to 78, sorry, and his upgrade card will go to 83. And he has scored 1 goal in every 2 matches and made an assist in every 3. Great performance by him. I'm surprised he hasn't got an informed card as well. I think Mertens has been taking all that pride with 2 informed cards, but he again has played really well and just consistently. And moving on to the final player of the team, and we have Dejan Jamovic. He is Montenegro striker in the Sanita K League, one of the only goal players in that league. He goes from 76 to 80, and he has had an absolutely superb season, scoring lots of goals for his club. And I'm not quite sure where they're actually going to be placed. I don't really follow the Korean league that much, but I just know this guy's had a great season, scored tons of goals for his team, and I think they are placed fairly high. Guys, this is the team. As you can see here, these are the players and teams I have suggested, talked about, and these are apparently the players that are going to be coming out tomorrow in the first part of EA's Team of the Season squad releases. And we've got 2 teams coming out tomorrow, this gold team and the silver/bronze consistent players team. Go and check in my description for the link to that. That goes through the players exactly like I did on this, but the silver and bronze players. Guys, remember, if you got any other facts, any figures about these players, put that in the comments. Share your knowledge about these players. Hit that like button and subscribe for more. This has been Chronic Rush. Till next time, adios!